Hey guys, this is Blue Angel. This is the second series of the Beginner Ride series. We're going to do the accessories on this video. I'm going to go over the shifting and the accessories for the bike. So, whenever you first approach your bike, on the left hand side of the motorcycle is going to be your accessories and your shifting. Clutch, lights, single switches, horn, and your shifting, which is down on the foot pedal. Also on the right side of the bike, which is pretty simple to remember, you got your front brake on the handlebars and your rear brake on the pedal, on the foot. So braking and throttle are on the right side. Accessories and clutching for shifting is on the left side. On the accessories, we're going to turn the motorcycle to on. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to check your single switches, which you pull toward you, and you can see the left single switch is going. To turn it off, you push in with your thumb. To turn the right single switch on, you push it forward. Your right single switch will be flashing. To turn it off, you push in with your thumb. Now these bikes do not have an automatic shut off like your car does. So you're going to have to do it manually. So a lot of riders, you know, you'll see them on videos, they'll leave their single switches on because they forget to turn them off. Well, it's manual, that's why. Your headlights are right here. This is for high beam. This is for low beam. And your horn is down below, which is right here with the little horn symbol on it. As you can see that. Get my ears away. Now for shifting on this motorcycle, you're going to squeeze the clutch in. On the foot pedal, you want down for first, which is already in first. And you're going to hear the two clicks. Okay, that means it's in second right now. When I go to first, it's going to click 2 times, and then it's going to be in first. You can see there's no neutral sign. Neutral light there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click it 1 time. That's half. And then it's in neutral. To get it, has to go from first through neutral to go into second. So when you click it again, it's going to go right into second. So to get it back to first, you're going to hear 2 clicks. There's the 2 clicks. Now it's in first gear. To get it into second, you're going to hear 2 clicks going up. And it's 2 clicks. And you know it's in second. Now I'm going to put it back in first. And I'm going to show you, when you go into second, you want to pull it just halfway and hear 1 click. Now it's in neutral. Now after you're in second, which is second, you can go from third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth. They're all up. First, half click. See, I went through all those gears, so I got to shift all the way back down. Now, I'm in first, half click. Now, it's in neutral. Now, you can release the clutch, and you can start the bike. The only time you ever want to start a bike with your hand on this clutch is when it is in neutral. It has to show that green light, meaning that it is in neutral. If you do not have that green light on and you attempt to start this bike, it will take off on you. It will kick on you. So this is your kill switch. This X means it's off, so with it off, nothing's going to happen. It won't start. With it on, which is the circle, it's going to start. There, see? While it's in neutral, you can go ahead and start it, listen to the engine, and see how it sounds. But only do that when it's in neutral. Now, there's 2 ways to shut this bike off. You can turn the key to off, which is here, or you can hit this red kill switch. I'm going to hit the red kill switch. And that shuts the bike off. Alright, so we covered the bike's headlights, we covered the blinker switch, and we covered the horn, we covered all the shifting on the left side. The key is on, so we click it one more time to the left, and that turns it to the off position. If you want to lock this bike up, you do have that option. You turn the wheels, or the front wheel, to the left. You take your keys, you push, and turn. Then you can pull the key out. That puts it in lock. As you can see, it's locked. That means it will not go anywhere. To unlock it, you put your key in. I'll get this jumper out of the way. You push and turn. That will take it to the off position. Now the handlebar will move. Okay? That's if you want to lock the bike. They do, all bikes have that. It's a locking mechanism. It's not 100% foolproof. If you buy a bike and you really want to protect it, I recommend getting an alarm system for it. Some kind of anti-theft device for it. You can chain it, but you gotta get some really, really strong chain that somebody just can't come up with some cutters and cut it and take off with your bike. Alright, the next thing we'll go over is the brake. The throttle here, you want to check to make sure it's loose, moves freely. It's got to have some snug to it. And then on the brake, you want to just squeeze it, make sure it engages. You don't want it coming all the way back on you and being loose and not snug. And then you have your foot pedal. You're going to do the same thing to it. Just check to make sure it's, because you'll know if it engages the brakes. It should have the brake lights come on when it engages when the light's on. So we turn the light on and we can engage the brakes, and they're going to come on back there, but you can't see it though. Okay, that would be it for the accessories. What I could do is go over the dash. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you guys. Now on this bike, we got, obviously you can see the miles I have on it. That's alright, that's just letting you guys know how many miles I got on it. I rode a lot. This is the select button and this is the reset button. The select button, you push it one time, you go to trip 1. Now trip 1 I use for the gas tank. And it has 114 miles on that tank that I've used. This bike gets about 176 to 178 miles to a tank before the little yellow light, which is about right here, will come on while you're riding, and it will say your gas is low. And what that means is you got 0.49, which is less than half a tank of gas. So if you happen to be riding around town and you're by a gas station, you have an idea about when to stop and get gas, because you know when that light's going to come on. Because you can just get it. I usually stop around between 160 and 170 to get gas. But sometimes, you know, if I'm near a gas station, I'll let it go until that light comes on. But remember, if you're on a highway and you're just cruising along and that light comes on, you got about 20 miles before you find another gas station before you're going to be stuck pushing your bike. And you do not want to be pushing a bike. I've seen a lot of people leave their bikes on the interstate and walk to a gas station. I'm telling you, you don't want to do that, because somebody else will just come along with a truck and trailer and off they go. Doesn't take much to take a bike, so you're going to be pushing it to the gas station. So that's my trip 1. That's what I use it for. It's great. It just gives you an idea when you're going to need to stop and get gas, and it really does come in handy. On select 2, which is hit that select button again. Oh, I got my clock. I must have. Damn it. Okay, you do have a clock option here. There. Generally, what this thing will do is it'll allow you to have a clock on there. So you do have a clock option. But generally, if you hit the select once, go to trip 1, you hit it again, it'll go to trip 2. This is 345.8. That's a period right there. That means I use 345 miles on my oil change. So that way I know how many miles I have left before I need to change the oil. So what I do is I use trip 1 for the gas and trip 2 for the oil change. That just helps me out. You don't need to do that. That's up to you. But that's what I do. And I usually just leave it on trip 1 when I ride it. That way I know each time I get on it if I have to go to the gas station before I go wherever I'm going. Alright, so anyway, that is everything. It does have the RPMs right here, and the MPH is right there. It's going to be digital. Some bikes will be digital, some won't. Okay, that is it on the accessories.